Hi, everyone. It is Thursday, 13th of January, 2022. And I'm looking forward to today's class. We're going to be working with the tennis ball in the very beginning, and we will also do a meditation at the very end. Please have something comfortable to sit on. I've got my nice big meditation pillow. And if you have one at home, that's great. If you don't, you could use a chair, you could use a Swiss ball, or you could use a couch pillow, as long as it supports you nicely. So we'll start. You can be seated or standing and open your shoulders wide to the sides. So the idea is that you stretch your pectoral muscles out to the sides, shoulders open wide. The back is long and lightly curved. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, lower your chin to your chest, feel a stretch down the back of the neck, and then breathe in and lift your chin to the sky, going slowly and with awareness. Good. Breathing out, lower the chin, and breathing in and lifting. I've mentioned this many times before, but repetition is the mother of skill. We do this exercise, which is called nodding, to help stimulate the nervous system and to help connect it to our system of balance, which is the vestibular system. Lift your head one more time, and then bring your head to neutral. Feel like your neck is getting very long, and then we'll turn our head from side to side without turning the shoulders. That's why we open wide our shoulders. And continue taking deep breaths, keeping the mouth closed. See if you can breathe just in and out through the nose. And then when you turn your head again to the left, let's roll our head in a half circle to the right shoulder. When you arrive, stop and we'll change. Roll to the left shoulder. We arrive and we stop and change. As you do this movement, come into awareness of the neck, any sensations you might be feeling. Be sure you never move into any pain. You want to do it just to where it's comfortable, just to where you feel the movement and you're aware. One more time to the left shoulder. And then you bring your head back to center, down, chin towards the chest, and gently lift the spine, lift the head. Beautiful. Okay. I'd like, for the breathing exercise today, I'd like you to bring your hands to your heart center. The thumbs will touch gently against the sternum. Lengthen your neck, chin parallel to the floor. And see if you can breathe in and move the hands forward and upward with your chest. So you breathe in, hands move forward and up, breathe out. Hands move back down and in. Again, breathing in, breathing out. Good. Keep that expansion going 3 more times. Beautiful. Feel the hands moving up and forward. Good. One more time. Yes. Now, take your thumbs and place them in the armpits underneath your arms. Let your elbows come down. Make sure that you're not so much stretching the thumbs as much as getting the armpits to lift, all right? From here, when you take a deep breath in, I want you to lift your elbows. Lift them up at about horizontal, and then breathe out and come back down. So we're getting into the breathing muscles in the rib cage. Breathe in, lift up, and lift the ribs, lengthen out the belly. Breathe out and come back down. That's it. 3 more times. Beautiful. We're getting the breath into the upper lungs right now. Again, breathing in, upper lungs, which goes right underneath the shoulders and in the upper back as well. We don't realize it, but our lungs come all the way up underneath the shoulders. One more time. Good. Now bring your hands down to your lower ribs. So this is helping us to realize that our breathing apparatus is actually huge in our body. It's very big. It goes from the underneath the shoulders, the chest area, all the way down to the diaphragm. So if you find your lower ribs on both sides and at the front, have your thumbs curl around the back so you can touch the lower ribs at the back. Bring your elbows forward just a little bit because that helps to round out our upper back so we can fill up the back of the diaphragm as well. And take 5 deep breaths here, expanding. Feel how your hands expand and feel how they come back in towards each other as you breathe out. And again. That's it. Elbows come forward a little bit so that your back can get oxygenated. Let's go. Very good. 3 more times. We're doing a little bit more this time, just because the lower lungs have the most alveoli. The alveoli are the cells that take in the oxygen. That's where most of them lie. Okay, there are higher percentage of them at the lower lungs than the upper lungs. That's why it's important every now and again during your day to stop and breathe with these lower lungs and the diaphragm. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to breathe with the diaphragm all day long, but taking breaks and doing about 5 to 10 breaths with the diaphragm really gets your body oxygenated. Do it one more time. Excellent, everyone. Very nice. Relax and take your tennis ball. So here, I've got my tennis ball in my left hand, and I'm going to massage the muscles of the chest. So roll up and down in a diagonal position from your sternum to your shoulder. Good. This helps to, and you keep the right arm relaxed. This helps to release the muscle, but also the fascia. And this is going to be the superficial arm line of the fascia, which goes all the way down to the fingers. Good. Excellent. Let's do the other side and go in a diagonal movement in the line from shoulder to sternum. Beautiful, everyone. With gentle pressure, not heavy pressure, just some gentle pressure. It helps to release those pectoral muscles and also the fascia. Excellent. Now, we're going to lie down on our backs with the tennis ball. So get the tennis ball at the upper back, right between the neck and the shoulder. And from here, you'll relax your arms down by your sides and turn your head from side to side with a gentle no movement. By the way, if you do not have a tennis ball, instead, you just take your left hand, grab the trapezius between the shoulder and neck, and you'll just squeeze it a few times. If you didn't have a tennis ball for the chest, you can also just press your fingers in a diagonal line. Now, if you're on your back with the tennis ball, now to increase the pressure, lift your hips up. So it increases the pressure against the tennis ball. And again, roll your head from side to side. If it's too much like this, keep your hips down and roll your head from side to side. Do what's best for you today, okay? Then let go, taking the tennis ball out from underneath, and we change sides. Go on to the left-hand side. Hips are down first. Turn your head from side to side. And again, if you don't have a tennis ball, you're seated. You can simply grab the trapezius and squeeze, as well as working through the chest by just pressing in with the fingers. Good. Now, if you're using the tennis ball, lift your hips and turn your head again from side to side. This is some excellent work for the trapezius. Deep breaths. Good. Coming back to center, lower your hips down gently. Take the tennis ball out from behind. Now everyone lie down on your back. Stretch your legs onto the floor and stretch your arms over your head. Reach with your right arm and your left leg. And then changing, reach with your left arm, right leg. So it's like you're climbing. Right arm, left leg reaches. Left arm, right leg reaches. One more time each side. Just reach, getting long and expansive, and reach. Then bring both knees up to the chest. Rock a bit from side to side. Getting ready, we're going to roll over onto one side. Doesn't matter which side. Place your hand down, lift yourself up from the side, and come up onto all fours. Knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. Take a deep breath in and curl your spine, look skyward. Breathe out and round. And again, breathing in, curling. Breathing out, rounding. So you know this. This is cat and cow. Breathing in, you curl. That's it. Breathing out, rounding. Give yourself space and time. Move your back. Yes. Good. And at your next time when you round, sink back and into child's pose. When you sink back into child's pose, I highly recommend you open your knees. Opening your knees is going to help to release the knees a bit as well as the hips. Good, Maria. It can also help release the low back. You should feel a stretch here. And take some deep, slow breaths. Just allowing the breath to move in and out of the body. No stress. Let it all go. Good. And take a moment as well, just to ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? Right now, in this moment. And is this the way I would like to feel? Our emotions are there. Our emotions can really move us. They can motivate us. And we do have a small degree of control over our emotions. So observe really how you are feeling right now and ask yourself, how would you like to feel? What kind of emotion would you like to have right now? Good. Reach your arms nicely out in front of you. Lift up onto your hands and knees. So from here, your hands are farther forward than your shoulders. Bring your knees in hip width. The nice thing about having your hands farther forward than your shoulders like this is that it helps to get the arm bone into the shoulder socket. And this is something that creates shoulder stability. Allow your low back to curve gently and lift your chin. Now what this does is it engages all of the muscle fibers at the low back. It helps the neck to engage, to be able to hold the head, and it creates better posture for our low back as well as our necks. The upper back can be a little bit rounded and soft. Now we're going to bounce back and forth. The bouncing helps to engage even more the back, the lower back, the upper back, and the hamstrings behind the thighs. Press the tops of your feet down and feel that the fronts of your ankles lift. This also helps to engage the lower leg. Okay, keeping the hips far back, let's lift the right knee out to the side and bring the foot down. So this is called humble cat. The knee is lifted up. From the front, it looks like this. The knee is lifted up, the foot is down, and the knee's pointing out towards the side. Reach your right arm far out in front of you. And you should feel the right hand side of the body really lengthening the low back from the hip all the way up to the fingertips of the right hand. And see if you can do a little bounce back and forth. This helps to get the hip right into the socket, the space where it should be. Bring the hand back down, bring the knee back down, and we'll change sides. Lift up your left knee, the left foot is down, humble cat. Low back is curved, left arm reaches out, fingertips down, and you should feel going from the left hip all the way up the side, the arm almost to the fingertips, and then bounce back and forth. Keeping the hips back, bring the hand back down, bring your knee back down. Keep your head lifted, looking forward, tucking your toes under, rise to a little crouching cat. So I really propose you start with crouching cat. If you like to do down dog, you can do it later. But this is getting the muscles and the fascia working together and engaging nicely. Bounce back and forth, opening your knees as you bounce back. So see if you can breathe out, bounce back, pull forward, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. 2 more times, out and in, last one. Woo. Open your feet as wide as your mat. Walk your hands back, fingertips on the floor. Let your hips sink back, lift your chin, feel your back getting super long, and we'll bounce down and back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up, hands onto the thighs. Open your shoulders wide, lift your chin. Keep your hips curling back, belly long. Begin twisting to your left. Right shoulder goes forward. Look over your left shoulder. Come back to center, look forward. Then the left shoulder goes forward, look over your right. Keep the hips back. And back to center. Same thing, other side. Pay attention to your knees. Make sure your knees are open and opening towards your baby toes. Other side. Knees are opening to the baby toes. Back to center, one more time each side. Look over the shoulder. Back to center. Other shoulder. Back to center. Now keep this squat position and lift your chest even more. You're going to feel a little bit of compression at the low back. Be sure it's only a little bit, okay? Raise your arms a little bit higher than your shoulders. If you want, you could curl your fingers or you stretch your fingers as you wish. Sink down deeper like in a chair, raise your arms higher, and then come back up. Again, sinking, back up. We're sparking the energy down the back body, lengthening the front body, and it helps the front body to be healthy as well as getting our organs in the right position. 2 more times. Open the knees, press back. Last one. And then come all the way up to standing. Woo. Step your feet in and stepping forward. Coming to the front edge of your mat. Find soft knees. Feet hip width, toes open. Soft knees, hips back, belly long. Ribs lifted so you have all this space for the diaphragm to work and to move. Chest lifted and open. Shoulders opening to the sides, getting wide, and chin lifted, eyes are horizontal. This is your perfect posture. See if you can engage your arms as well to get the triceps engaged and the arms straight. Each time we come back to the front edge of the mat, we want to take this posture. Okay, good. Hands to your heart center. And let's get moving. Take a deep breath in, rise up, look skyward. And then you bring your elbows to your knees as you fold, bringing the hips back, go right down. Hands come to the floor and step back to a plank position. Hold here in plank, chin lifted. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees down, open your hands. You can lift your feet if you wish. Do 1 push-up. Then move all the way down. Bring your hands back in under your shoulders. Point your toes, rise to a cobra. And then push back onto your hands and knees first before taking down dog or crouching cat. Turn your knees to the right. Bend the knees as low as possible, hips going towards the left. Then come back to center and step your right foot forward, then the left, front edge of your mat, knees bend, hands to thighs, coming into a chair, and all the way up to standing. Find the perfect posture. Arms straight, knees soft, chest lifted, eyes horizontal. Hands to the heart center. Let's go again. Deep breath in. Folding, elbows go to knees. Stepping back to a plank position. Lift your chin, look forward, hold 3, 2, 1. Knees come down, open your hands. You can lift your feet if you wish. And move 1 push-up, down and up. All the way down. Point your toes, rising up to a cobra. And either down dog or crouching cat. This time, turn your knees to the left. Bend your knees, hips go back towards the right. Then back to center. Left foot forward, right foot. Front edge of your mat, bend your knees, hands to your thighs. Lift up into chair. And then all the way up to standing. Good, let's go again. Hands to the heart center. Deep breath in. Folding forward. I'm gonna come have a look. Stepping back to plank. Lift your chin and hold it here in plank. 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring your knees down. Open your hands. 1 push up. Down and up. Good. All the way down, pointing your toes, coming up to cobra. Excellent. Push back to down dog or crouching cat. That's great. Good, Agnieszka. Maria, excellent. Turn your knees to the right, everyone. And bend your hips back towards the left-hand side of your mat. Hold it there. Hold it there. Yes, turn back forward. Step your right foot forward, then the left, right and left. Good, Richard. Hands to the thighs, coming up into chair. Hold the chair for a moment. Arms by your ears. Yes, then all the way up to standing. Arms by your side. Stretch the arms straight. Find the perfect posture. Good, good, excellent, Agnieszka. Nice, Henrietta. Hands to your heart center. Let's go. Deep breath in. Breathing out, folding. Yes. Stepping back to a plank. Excellent awareness, Helen. Hold the plank. Lift your chin. Holding. 3. Good positioning, Lisa. 2, 1. Bring your knees down. Open your hands. Just do 1 push-up for the moment. We're going to do more afterwards. And then we go all the way down, pointing the toes, coming up to cobra, pushing back to down dog or crouching cat. Then the knees turn to the left this time and get the hips down and back to your right. You're going to feel there's a stretching down your left-hand side. You're getting more length in the side body. That's it. Turn forward. Step your left foot forward, starting left and then right, left and right, and come to the front edge. Come into chair and all the way up to standing. Good. Find the perfect posture. We're going to add on from here. Hands to the heart center. Deep breath in. folding forward, stepping back to plank. From here, you can bring your right knee down and go into side plank, or you twist on both feet. Left arm comes up, hold it. 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands back down, knees come down. Open your hands. Now you could do 1, 2, or 3 push-ups, however you feel, depending on you. You could also skip the push-ups. Move down to the floor, point the toes, rise to a cobra. Push back to down dog or crouching cat. Knees turn to the right. We bend our knees nice and low, and we're going to lift the palm of the right hand. Or you can lift the right hand and bring it to the head. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. The hand comes down, turn forward, right foot steps forward, then left, front edge of the mat for a chair. Woo. And back up to perfect posture. Same thing other side, hands to the heart center. Deep breath in, folding forward, stepping back to plank. Either you lower your left knee, come into side plank with the right arm up, or you spin on both feet and we hold. 3, 2, 1. Hands come down, knees come down. Open your hands. 1, 2, or 3 push-ups, however many you feel. Let's go all the way to the floor. Pointing the toes, coming up to cobra. Push back, down dog or crouching cat. Bend the knees. Move your hips to the right, knees to the left. Come up, bringing up the palm of the left hand or the left hand to the head. And you hold. 3, 2, that's great. 1, turn it back forward. Left foot goes forward, then the right. Coming into the chair. All the way up to standing. Perfect posture. Hands to your heart center. 2 more rounds. Let's do this. Breathe in. Breathing out, folding. Stepping back to the plank. Yes, either right knee goes down or you twist. Left arm comes up. 3, yes. 2, that's it, good. 1, coming back, both hands down. Bring your knees down, open your hands. 1, 2, or 3 push-ups, however many you feel. If you have your feet up, it's better for the knees, by the way. Good job, yes. Move all the way down, point your toes, coming up into cobra. Doing beautifully, everyone. Down dog or crouching cat. Turn your knees to the right, sink your hips back. Raise your right hand to your right ear. Oh my goodness, yes. 3, yes. 2, 1, coming back. Stepping your right foot forward, then the left, come all the way front edge, chair position, holding, and then up to standing. Perfect posture. Good. Maintenant pour Isabelle, je vais le faire en français. Dernier tour. Main devant le cœur. Deep breath. Inspirez. Expirez. Pliez les mains au sol. Reculez les pieds pour planche position. Good. Genou gauche au sol. Ou vous pouvez vous tourner et lever le bras droit et vous restez. 3, 2, c'est excellent. 1, redescendez les mains, posez les genoux, écartez les mains pour les pompes. 1, 2 ou 3 pompes. Oui, et jusqu'au sol, ramenez les mains sous les épaules pour le cobra et le chien tête en bas ou le chat. Tournez les genoux à gauche. Pliez bien les genoux, mettez les hanches à droite et levez le bras gauche. Posez la main sur la tête et restez ici. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Revenez, posez la main. Pied gauche en avant et ensuite pied droit. Avancez, pliez les genoux. Mettez-vous en chaise, tout le monde. Chaise. Bravo. Et remontez, relâchez tout le corps. Ouh, très bien. Reculez d'1 pas au milieu de votre tapis. So step back to the center of your mat. Mains sur les hanches. Hands onto the hips. Pliez les genoux, laissez le bassin partir en arrière. Bend your knees slightly, let your hips go back. Lift your chest up. Levez le pied droit, croisez la cheville sur la cuisse gauche. So lift your right foot, cross the ankle over the thigh. Mains ensemble devant vous, hands together in front of you. Clasp all the fingers except the index and the thumb. Et on tourne à notre droite. Begin turning to your right. Shoulders turn, hips stay stable. See if you can get the twist into the waist. Lift your chest, lift your chin. 3, 2, 1. Unwind and release. Perfect posture. La posture parfaite. Retrouvez votre posture. Hands to your hips. Bend your knees, hips go back. Pliez les genoux, bassin en arrière. Croisez la jambe gauche sur la jambe droite. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Les bras devant, hands in front. Croisez tous les doigts sauf l'index et pouce. Twist to your left now. Turn the shoulders, keep the hips stable. Twist, twist, twist and turn. Use your belly. Use your core muscles. Utilisez le centre du corps, la taille. Tournez. 3, 2, that's good. 1. Unwind and release. Good job, everybody. Hands to the hips again. Mains sur les hanches. Bring your right foot in a small step behind you. Le pied droit, un petit pas en arrière. Bend both knees, pliez les deux genoux, and feel as if you're going to sit on your right heel. Comme si vous allez vous asseoir sur la cheville droite. Lift your chest, levez la poitrine. Il y aura une petite compression dans le bas du dos. Il faut que ça soit petit. Si c'est grand, ne levez pas aussi haut, okay? So you can be leaning forward. Grab your elbows, attrapez les coudes. Stay here and we're gonna pulse. Pulsation. We pulse down. 10, 9, should be very strong for the legs. 8, hips back. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect posture. Revenez. Coming back. Posture parfaite. Jambe gauche. Little step back. Petit pas en arrière. Good. Hips go back. Bassin en arrière. The reason why we do this is it gets the glutes engaged, it gets the backs of the legs engaged, and it keeps the back in a proper position where there's no stress on the joints of the low back or the hips. Grab your elbows, attrapez les coudes. Feel like you're pulling your arms apart when you grab your elbows. Sink down, hips go towards that back heel. Here we go, we're gonna pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, head is lifted. 5, 4, that's it. 3, 2, et 1. Posture parfaite. Come back to your perfect posture. Whew. Hands to your hips. Good job, everybody. Bend your right knee, bring it out to the side, and let's take a tree pose. So the knee can be at 45 degrees. So if this were forward, it'd be 90, 45, and this would be 0 because it's at the hip level, right? Hip to hip. So get it at 45, halfway between the two. Bring the foot to the ankle, the knee a little bit higher than the kneecap, or the inner thigh. Donc, montez la jambe le plus haut possible pour vous. Levez les bras en V. Lift your arms in a V. Lift your chest. And remember the breathing exercise we did in the beginning of class, where the breath came at the lower ribs. See if you can get the breath all the way down there at the lower ribs. And then see if you can let the breath rise into the chest and under the shoulders. Take full deep breaths. This is a posture where we can recuperate. One more deep breath in. Good job. Hands to your hips and lower the foot. Changing sides. 45-degree angle in comparison to the hips. Ankle, A little bit higher than the kneecap or inner thigh. Lift your arms in a V. Levez les bras dans un V. Dégagez la taille. Really lift the chest. See if you can breathe into those lower lungs. Respirez dans le bas des poumons. Levez le menton. Lift the chest as well. Yes, good. Full deep breaths, everyone. Taking in that energy for the rest of the day. Beautiful. Hands to your hips. Mains sur les hanches. Come on back down. Ooh, good. Before we move to the floor, separate your feet hip width. Slide your hands down to above your knees. Mettez les mains juste au-dessus des genoux. Donc, vous penchez légèrement en avant. And we're going to do 3 perennial walks. So you take a deep breath in, inspirez. Breathe out through the mouth. Pull your belly button in, rentrez le nombril, et montez le périnée. Pull it up as much as possible, as if you want to meet the belly button and the perineum will meet each other. Hold it 3, 2, 1. Come to standing. Take a deep breath in. Breathe everything out. Again, deep breath in. Everything out. This time, breathe in. Hands go above the knees. Penchez en avant. Expirez tout. Pull the belly button in. Perineum up. Rentrez le nombril. Montez le périnée. C'est comme s'ils vont se rejoindre ensemble à l'intérieur du corps. Et on reste. 3, 2, 1. Remontez. Relâchez. Inspirez. Expirez. Encore une fois. We'll do it one more time, everyone. Here we go. Deep breath in. Hands go down above the knees. Breathe everything out. Belly button in. Perineum up. Rentrez le nombril. Montez le périnée. Restez. Et remontez. Coming back up to standing. Breathe in and out. Good job, everyone. Let's take a big step to the front edge of our mat. Avancez au bout du tapis. Retrouvez votre posture parfaite. Really refine that perfect posture. Hands to the heart center, main devant le cœur. Et on y va. Let's go. Breathing in, lift. Breathing out, fold forward and down. Step back to your plank position. Mettez-vous en planche position. So from here, you can lower the knees if you wish and look forward. Or you could stay up in a full plank. And we're going to add to this. Bring your right knee to the right elbow and then back. Left knee, left elbow and back. Genou droit vers le coude droit. Et relevez. Genou gauche. Revenez. Again, right knee and back. Last one, left knee and back. Good job. Bring your knees down. Lower yourself to the floor. Woo. Well done, everyone. Very good. Move your hips from side to side. Relax and let go. Lifting up and onto your elbows. Montez sur les coudes. So we've already done a lot of core work with the plank, side planks. We're going to move into some stretches, some back work, and then we get into the meditation position. So bend your right knee, pliez le genou droit. You could stay here or reach around with your right hand and pull the heel towards the hip. See if you can lower the hip to the floor, looking forward, and take some deep breaths here. Let's release, bring the elbow down, and we change sides. You could bend your left knee and just stay here, or grab a hold and pull it in towards the hip. Let the hips face the floor, look forward and hold for 3, 2, 1. Release. Come on down. Move your hips from side to side to let go. Lifting the head, chest, and shoulders. Let's bend both knees and flex the feet. Pliez les genoux, pieds flex. Reach around behind to touch your heels. Touchez les talons. So we don't grab. Don't grab your feet. Don't grab the ankles. On n'attrape pas. Juste touchez les bouts des talons. Lift your head, chest, and shoulders. Lift your knees if possible. Feel the work that's going on in the back body. Observez ce qui se passe dans l'arrière du corps. Et restez ici. 3, 2, et 1. Redescendez. Mains sous les épaules. Hands under the shoulders. Come up onto the hands and knees. Walk your hands back. Reculez les mains. Bring your knees underneath your hips. Stretch your right arm out in front of you, left leg behind. Bras droit, jambe gauche. And let's rise up and hold. Montez le bras droit et la jambe gauche et on reste. Look at the floor beyond your hands. Coming back down, and we'll change. Left arm out in front, right leg behind, lift and hold. Good. Hand and knee come back down. Excellent. Bring your knees to one side. Come to sitting, turning around so that we can move on to our backs. Grab behind the thighs, get onto your back. Just 2 bridge poses today, everyone. First one is going to be frog bridge. Soles of feet together, knees wide. So we already worked the hamstrings when we were standing with those lunge positions. So now we're going to do frog bridge. Soles of feet together, knees wide. Plantez pieds ensemble, genoux écartés. Levez le bassin et on fait les pulsations. We're going to lift the hips and we're going to press up. Here we go. 10, 9, squeeze the glutes tight. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Bring the hips down. Separate your feet, hip width. Lift the hips up again. And this time we squeeze the knees together and apart 10 times. On serre les genoux ensemble. Et on écarte. 10 fois, on y va. 10, 9. When you do this, pull your perineum up. Squeeze and pull up. Squeeze and pull up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 et 1. Gardez les genoux écartés. Poussez les coudes dans le sol. Bring your elbows into the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades tight. And lift a little higher for our natural half bridge pose. And we hold and breathe. Excellent. Raise your arms over your head. Levez les bras derrière la tête. And bring the back down one vertebra at a time. Descendez le dos, une vertèbre à la fois. Super lentement, very slowly. Ooh. Très bien, very good. Once the back is down, separate your feet, hip width. Écartez les pieds, largeur du bassin, ou largeur du tapis, pardon. So bring it as wide as your mat, your feet. And let your knees fall to your right. Laissez les genoux tomber à droite. Let the curve happen in the low back and just observe what's happening in the belly, everything lengthening out. One knee at a time, let's lift up. Un genou à la fois, on remonte. And let your knees now fall to your left. Laissez les genoux tomber à gauche. Reach your arms far behind you. Levez les bras derrière. Et on se détend ici. Let's let it go. Deep breaths. Respirez profondément. Bien. Lifting one knee at a time. Levez un genou à la fois. Lift your knees up and grab behind the thighs. Levez les jambes, attrapez derrière les cuisses. So the feet go high up to the sky, and you can hold on behind your knees or grab a hold of your ankles or even the bottoms of the feet. Stretch your right leg as straight as possible and then rebend. So it's just a gentle, slow stretch. Left leg and rebend. Now both legs if possible. As much as possible, you straighten them out. And rebend. Good. Bring your knees together. Roll completely onto one side. Roulez sur un côté. Lift yourself up from the side. Levez-vous deux côtés. And take that big pillow that you're going to use for your meditation. Prenez le coussin pour votre méditation. Sit up onto the cushion, knees wide, ankles close to each other. Your hips should be tilted forward just a little bit, finding some curve in the low back and lifting up through the ribs. Hands come down onto the knees. Les mains sur les genoux. Le bas du dos, courbé, la poitrine haute. Close your eyes, fermez les yeux. And for the moment, just get yourself comfortable. Pour le moment, cherchez le confort. Faites les petits mouvements si vous avez besoin pour trouver du confort. Now pay attention to your breath. Faites attention maintenant à votre respiration. And consciously slow your breath down. Consciemment, ralentissez votre respiration. Now bring your focus to an emotion that you would like to feel right now. Emmenez votre conscience sur une émotion que vous voulez sentir maintenant. And imagine this emotion in a tiny little sphere just inside your chest. Imaginez cette émotion dans une petite sphère, juste à l'intérieur de votre poitrine. Hold that sphere in suspension in the middle of your chest. And now, the next time you breathe in, imagine it growing larger. Larger and larger with each breath in. Imaginez Avec chaque inspiration, cette sphère s'agrandit, comme si on le nourrit. As if with each breath, you're nourishing that sphere of emotion. And it's an emotion you want to feel, that feels good. Let the sphere grow until it completely surrounds you. Laissez la sphère s'agrandir jusqu'il vous couvre complètement. Il est complètement autour de vous. Take a deep breath in and raise your arms out to the sides as if you're gathering all sorts of energy around you, and bring your hands down to your heart center. We'll do that 3 times. Ce qu'on fait, c'est qu'on écarte les bras de côté maintenant. On fait un demi-cercle au-dessous de soi-même jusque les mains se touchent et on ramène les mains devant le cœur. Encore une fois, one more time, everyone. Reach out, around you, up to the sky, and hands come down to the heart center. Rubbing your hands gently together. Frottez les mains ensemble. Bring your hands over your face like you're washing it clean. Les mains sur le visage, comme si vous lavez le visage. Tap around your eyes. Tapez autour des yeux. Good. And shake out in front of you. One more time, encore une fois. Frottez les mains ensemble. Bring your hands over your face, les mains sur le visage. Tapez autour des yeux, tap around your eyes. Yeah, and shake out. Ah, feels so good. Hands to your heart center. Have an absolutely fabulous afternoon, everyone. A wonderful rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you very much.